What's up, Internet? Attack Slug here again with another You Should Be Playing, and today we're going to be looking at Binary Domain, a third-person shooter release from Sega in 2012 for the Xbox 360, PS3, and eventually they put it out on the PC. But in terms of how I capture games, it is easier for me to just hook it up to a 360 and go. So I'm just going to jump into a chapter pretty early in the game, and I will show you what this game is all about. So, very much in the same vein of a Gears of War or a Vanquish, it is a third-person shooter, but it is from the team who brought you Yakuza. And therefore, it is very heavy on the story, and the story is pretty well done, even though, obviously, it does kind of hit on a number of cliches with robots and humans and you know, future apocalypse, future, system class, you know, it's the kind of game that when you start it out, seems kind of unassuming, it seems kind of generic, and it kind of gets more amazing, the longer you play. So, here I am, you know, I can jump around, I can aim, I can shoot, and we are going to try to get to the front of this train car, and obviously, those guys don't want to let us. So, this game has kind of a focus on the destructibility of the enemies, which is really cool. You can, if you get a good headshot, they will start coming at you like a zombie without a head. But I don't know if the AI is going to actually let me get in this headshot, and I haven't played this in a while. I'm not particularly great at... So, the other part of this game, the big part, is the team-based stuff, right? So, what that means is that if you have a headset and you want to do the voice stuff, I can hit the bumper here and say, you know, regroup. If I actually had a headset, it would be picking up on what I was saying, and it was mostly okay. I mean, it wasn't great, but personally, I tend to curse a bit when I play games, and it picks that up, and will negatively affect how your teammates react to you when you're just sitting here cursing. So, what I did was I disabled that, and I do it through button presses. Unfortunately, the AI is not great, so they will occasionally walk in front of you like that, which sucks, because if you shoot them, that affects their team standing, and the game does have multiple variations on the ending, depending on how much your team trusts you. So, it's kind of imperative to not shoot your teammates. But we're going to keep going here. This dude, Kane, is a French-speaking robot, and he is awesome. So this game just kind of gets more ridiculous the longer you play it, and kind of just brings on bigger and bigger robots, and that part of it is utterly fantastic. I'm going to send Kane to do this because he's a robot, and Faye will stick here with me to shoot these flying dudes. So, you know, it's got all your pretty standard third-person shooter mechanics. You know, you sit behind cover and do that kind of stuff. It's got, you know, recharging health. And I just got knocked out. Holy shit. I can heal myself, or I can call for help from a teammate. These dudes are kind of a pain in my ass. I'm busy shooting stuff. French for... Yeah, alright, so I'm gonna say, good job!
I see. There is not a problem if you are. Let us go.
Let us go. Alright, alright, this is a scripted sequence here where these big guys are a tremendous pain in the ass, and they will chew through your health pretty quickly, so you want to just kind of aim for the head and then not get shot at. There is an upgrade system, so you can, when you start out, your accuracy and your recoil and whatnot is not going to be great, but what the hell? Really?
Do you need my assistance?
Yeah, help me.
Affirmative, sir. On my way.
I want to waste another
Seem to go in our favor.
health thing, so help me up. Yeah, the AI is not great. That's kind of my only real complaint against the game, but the destructibility more than makes up for it. Now I can go and grab this, but I think I might end up running into another cutscene here, so it's gonna kind of be useless.
This way.
So this should turn.
Appear that the doors have been locked.
All right, so there's ammo here. And then, of course, you know, like any game is going to just throw more and more dudes at you because, you know, that's kind of how games work. But this game, I feel like they learned a lot of lessons from putting out Yakuza Dead Souls in terms of how a third-person shooter should work. And this is certainly a very competent third-person shooter. And here we're going to have a quick-time event because, you know, video games. He's going to jump, and then I'm going to jump, and I'm going to hit B to time the... there aren't that many of these, so that part of it's okay. Do that, and then I've made it. And then guess what? There are more robots on top of this train, and I'm going to have to shoot them. But yeah, so I really do like how they handle the enemy destruction, especially on the average size guys, because when you shoot their legs out, they will come crawling at you, and if they reach you, they will totally just grab your legs. If you shoot the heads off, they will wander at you, shooting blindly like a zombie. So this is perhaps not the best stage to have that shown off, but the game kind of opens a little slow, so I kind of wanted to jump forward a bit to emphasize the ridiculousness of this situation. The handgun ends up being pretty useful, and I'm just not doing great here, so that's... He's still alive? Wow, that's, I should probably move up here. Yeah, see, he's got no head now, so he can't actually see me, which is really funny. We're gonna shoot him and kill him. Each kill I'm getting credits, and I can use those credits and spend them in the in-game shop to upgrade weapons or buy new stuff, you know, get ammo, that kind of fun stuff. I mean, because obviously you do have a limited amount of ammo that you gotta, you know, be looking out for ammo pickups, and although your regular handgun is gonna have unlimited ammo. So I'm gonna kind of play through the rest of this little sequence here, and that should kind of give you a good idea of how this game goes. So we're gonna run in here, and there's gonna be more of these dudes to shoot. And we're gonna aim for the... I gotta respond to him as soon as he lets me go. Roger! Roger, Dodger. Merci. Merci beaucoup. See, I really, as somewhat cliched as it was, I really enjoyed the story of the game, and the combat is certainly competent enough. I think the way they handle the enemies goes a long way, and there is certainly a good amount of variety and some large, ridiculous bosses. And the unfortunate part of this game is that they put it out at a bad time. Like, there are a bunch of other high-profile releases in the same week that it came out back in 2012. There was not a lot of marketing budget. I guess Sega didn't really believe that heavily in it. And I guess most damning of all is just really poor box art. So if you were to walk in a store and look at this game and look at the box art, I don't, like, if I knew nothing about... Is he down? No, he's fine. If I knew nothing about the lineage of this game and the people behind it, I would look at that box art and go, wow, this is just fucking shovelware, and why would I ever want to buy this or play this? So they really kind of fucked up on that account, so there's no way that it made back any of the budget, and obviously we are never going to see a sequel, which is a shame, and I guess it's kind of part of the reason that, yes, don't shoot your teammates. It's kind of part of the reason that Sega had, you know, just stopped putting out a lot of just retail games, because this game... See, he's crawling at me, but I'm just gonna shoot the fuck out of him. Oh, what's that? What's that? Nope. So this game kind of, I guess, helped fuck up Sega enough where he said, no, we're just gonna focus on Sonic and Football Manager, and in Japan we'll focus on Yakuza, and just not localize those in America, which is really unfortunate, because those games are excellent too. But I could sit here and complain about Sega all day, because they just... I mean, I understand as a company, you know, they're gonna do what they need to do to make money. Like, I get that, but the incompetence that they've shown the past couple of years in service of that, or what got them to the point that they are at, is what is just supremely depressing. Am I going the right way? No, I'm not. Get to the front car! I'm just gonna do some dive rolls here. Supremely, yeah, just... They could have been so much more, or they could have done so much better. I am not sure that I'm going the right way or not. Sometimes the game's not super clear on what direction I should be going in. And I want to say I'm going to be hitting another cutscene here, and that's where I'm going to end the video, more or less. Yeah, alright. I was just going the wrong way. It's these things happen. So, my awesome robot friend here is going to just do some baller-ass shit and hack this monorail. And meanwhile, I have some guys to shoot. But don't necessarily need to do it in engine. We're just going to do it in a cutscene. This game it does have an abundant, for the kind of game it is, it does have an abundant amount of cutscenes. But they're all pretty excellent, so I don't mind at all. And when I initially got this game, I pretty much, the first weekend that I had it, I played through it twice, because it was that fucking good. I was like, I gotta go again! I gotta see it again! This is great.
What? What?
Please stop shouting in my ear.
So the game does have a fucking... It's hard to do humor in games, and I think 9 times out of 10, this game does manage to do it pretty well. There are a couple of times where it falls flat, but for the most part, it's pretty funny. And the plot line gets... I'm not going to spoil it, but it gets super fucking crazy. So, my dude here is just going to jump out of the fucking train because, you know... Well, first they're going to make it go faster, and then I'm going to wait here to show, you know, the part where there is a much larger robot. Not the biggest in the game, but a much larger robot.
Not bad. Scraphead.
So kind of the plot is that there are robots that are disguised as humans that think they're humans, and that is against the law of this universe. So we are trying to investigate how that happened. We are a covert team. There's the big ass robot. We are a covert team trying to get to the bottom of it. And this is a boss that you fight after a sequence that I'm not going to play through because that would take me another 20 minutes to play through it. But this is a sequence, a boss that you do fight, and it's kind of one of the mid-sized bosses. They get bigger than this and crazier than this. My dude's just gonna shoot. I'm gonna shoot this lock. I'm gonna kick this door out. And now I'm going to jump from a moving train because that's always a good idea, right? And Kane is awesome. That's gotta be Kane! So you haven't seen the last of him because he'll be back in about 20 minutes for a boss fight. But that pretty much is the essence of Binary Domain. I'm going to stop playing now, even though doing this video has made me want to play this game all over again for a third time. And I just might do that. But I'm going to leave it here and say Binary Domain is a game you should be playing. This is Attack Slug, signing off.